Hello and welcome to TOD Plays Games, where we are going to finally start the final DLC for Solasta. Palace of Ice is here, our party is ready, and hopefully you've watched the videos of meeting our party. They're about 50 minutes long, all in all, of the 4 videos. We've gone through why, in a sense, I wanted them in the party. One of them I didn't, but you know, I give him flack. He deserves it. He should roll better dice. Alright? But we're going to do Palace of Ice. So, I did say in one of the videos that I thought we might try out these little new campaigns, because I hadn't seen these before. Done a little bit of digging. Ker Falcarn and Dungwin, or Dunswin? I don't know, whatever it's called. They're not really campaigns, not like Crown of the Magister or Lost Valley or Palace of Ice. They're sort of in-studio built dungeons with the dungeon maker to show you what you can do. I've played about an hour of Ker Falcarn. It feels a little stale. There's no cutscenes or anything. There's not really much party interaction. It is just fighting your way through certain pre-generated areas. So I apologise. We're not going to do them, but we are going to start Palace of Ice. Finally, it's here. Why not? Let's get in. I've been really excited for this. I'm really looking forward to this. Can't wait. So first thing that we're going to do, import a save. You will see end campaign save. Look at them. This is the original party. Lila, Kalgar, Illistar, and Natalie, our spy, our lovely rogue spy who nobody wanted to see back. I wanted you to pick her. Or Lila. Lila can heal people. Kalgar can't even kill them. It's fine. This is the save we're going through. I have replayed this today. You can see on the date, 25th of May. That's the time we're recording this. Yeah. We picked the closest, or I picked the closest save possible and ground this party all the way through so that we could import a save that had Kalgar as the hero. I did it. It took too long, but I did it. It's fine. But now it's time to change our party. I want Kalgar in the lead. Well, we could have a party of Kalgars? Maybe not. So obviously we're going with Kalgar. We are going with Vanko as well. Character 3, hopefully you've seen. Where'd you go? Oh, seriously, where'd you go? You there? Masali? She is our ranger. And character 4, Liberia. Our sorcerer. Trying out the tiefling thing as well. She's terrifying. Like, she's terrifying. So this is our party. 2 of them voted for by you. 2 of them chosen because I needed something that isn't going to try and restrain me and get me killed. So this is what we're going with. This is the order that we're probably going to run them. Kalgar and Vanko as the melee focus. Masali, she can do a bit of everything. Pretty good. Really like her as a character. Played her in a couple of things. Just testing them out. Testing out the ranger, and I really like the ranger class. Really like the ranger class. And I don't remember playing a sorcerer. Maybe we did in Lost Valley. Did we play a sorcerer? I can't remember. Either way, yeah, we're trying it out. And we're going with the tiefling. Tieflings seem really fun. So that's our party. We've imported our save. Yeah, I've got the save. There we go. We're ready to go. Oh. Wait, yes, no, we did import the save because we then changed everybody around. In fact, let's do it this way. I'm not going to edit this, so you're going to see this all. We're going to leave Colgar as he was, because I'm not really going to change anything anyway. And I want to see if he comes in at level 12. What does that actually do? Does he start at level 12 then? I think that's an interesting experiment to try. That's what we're going to do. So, Vanko, Colgar, Misali, Liberia. Save is ready to import. Start game. It's because it's not green, it's grey. I'm looking at like, what have I not selected? Start game. It is going to take us through all of our choices, so it'll be a nice refresher if you haven't seen the main campaign, or if, like me, you haven't played the main campaign for a long time. Or the early part of the main campaign. Looks good. I love the splash screen artwork for this stuff. Their artists are they've really nailed an aesthetic and a vibe for this game. I do hope they do another one. Genuinely, it might not be the perfect game, but it's a lot of fun. And the world that they've created is great. So we're going to go through, level up. Oath of the Motherland. He's all done. It says he comes in at 12. That's pretty big. If you're bringing in a party, it's going to bring them all in at level 12. That's a good step up. That's a really good step up. And let's start with Vanko. As promised, I'm going to talk you through all this. Sadly, it is each individual level, so we're going to have to do this 10 times for each character. You know, it's fine. So, level 2, it actually gives you an idea of the characters as well and where they're going. So, level 2, Eldritch Invocations. Obviously, Agonizing Blast, so that just means when we use Eldritch Blast, we add our Charisma modifier, which at the minute is +4. That will go up to +5, potentially +6 if we can find the right books. So yeah, absolutely having that. And because he's Dragonborn, he doesn't have Dark Vision. With Devil's Sight, it gives him Blind Sight up to 16 cells, which not only basically gives him visibility in darkness, but it means he can see through invisibility and magical darkness. He can never be blinded. Whatever he's in, I've had him where, well, he was in the Lost Valley. We were against the pain in the arse tree thing. And she kept blinding us, and he was just seeing through it and popping her with Eldritch Blast. So, yeah, absolutely. Spell-wise, I'm going to go a Charm Person. Level 3, we get our Pact Boons. Pact of the Blade, which gives us, does it tell us? It means that we're proficient with martial weapons, which means we can use swords and great swords and all that kind of stuff. It also creates any weapon that you're holding into a magical weapon. So if you don't have any magical weapons, I think that we will. I have a sneaky feeling I know what we're starting with, and I think we'll be fine. But it's nice. If you don't have a magical weapon at that point, it's a nice get around. So that's cool. And spell-wise, I do like a bit of Misty Step. I do like Misty Step. Spike Growth is fun though. Spike Growth is the one that you can choose where you basically block off a path. Aimless did it on our Lost Valley playthrough with his druid, where the enemies go skidding through it and take damage and stop. Yeah, so that's fun. And it fits the Groot worshipping tree side, that he can just create thorns and stuff like that. That does fit his character. He'll get more of those as we go through. Level 4 really should go for an ability bonus. Let me remind myself what certain feats do. We shouldn't need a Master Enchanter. What I would like, there's 2 I want from here. First one is Powerful Cantrip, which means even if a creature saves on the cantrip, or they dodge it, they take half damage. So it just means Eldritch Blast is more powerful. The other one that I really want him to have, because at times we'll probably need it, more maybe for the Sorcerer than Vanko, but I definitely think Flawless Concentration is going to be very good for him. which means that basically you get, when you take damage, it means that you can take up to 10 points of damage and you won't lose concentration. And after that, when you got a roll, you roll advantage, so there's more likely that the spells you've got active stick around. But there isn't really anything that's going to boost his charisma. And we will get another one of these at level 8, so it doesn't really matter which order we take them in. But let's go ability score. Charisma, absolutely, that has to get to 20 as soon as possible. And we're throwing in Corn, that's going to give him a little bit more health. He is our melee boy after all. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We get another cantrip. I do like Chill Touch. I also like Dazzle. Dazzle's fun because it's in melee range. Well, that's where he specialises. It lowers a target's AC by 2 and it prevents them from taking reactions. So that's quite fun. And this is where I'm thinking with our concentration stuff. And Flawless Concentration is going to come in. If we hold person, he can still be in the fray, and he's still got a person held somewhere else on the battlefield. I think that could be fun. I did think about Barkskin, but it ups the creature's AC, so it can be an ally, but it ups it to 16. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be past that pretty quickly. Just a hunch. So for this one, I think we're going to go Hold Person, because Hold Person is obnoxious and I like it. So, level 5. Proficiency increase, which is cool. We get an upgrade on our Pact Magic, so we now have 2 3rd level spells. And we've got a +8 on our spell attack. Very handy. We need to select one spell, and we also get a couple more, or at least one, Eldritch Invocation. We just get one this time around. One that I'm looking for is Thirsting Blade, which gives him a 2nd attack with a melee weapon, basically. So that just makes him a little bit harder to when he's hitting stuff. I really like that. What I think I might go with first, because there is quite a lot of these that are very good. I think I'm going to go Eldritch Spear, because that turns Eldritch Blast into, very much like we're going to do with our archery, our ranger. You ignore cover, any cover, so there's no minuses to your attacks. And they've actually, I think they've changed how the minuses operate, so instead of it being, you know, when you roll the dice it's a plus, say 5 to hit, and then it factors in behind the scenes your sort of the bonus for covering things. It just takes it off your plus to hit straight away. So there will probably be times where you roll a d20 and there'll be a minus to hit if the opponent's in cover. Little tweaks like that, I actually think they're quite good quality of life changes. If we see it, I'll point it out. But yeah, I think that's good, because he's just going to become obnoxious at everything that he does. That's the idea. Fly. I really like Fly. Fly is one of my favourite spells because it just gives you or an ally the ability to go wherever the hell you want. But I also like Counterspell, and especially when Counterspell is level, or guaranteed at level 3. At level 5 he's going to be stopping a lot of spells. You can't do it that often, but it's more useful than Fly. Level 6, we get a Pact Blessing, Blessing of the Tree. So at level 6, your blood and skin starts changing colour ever so slightly. It's a shame you don't really see it on the character model, but then he is kind of tree coloured, I guess. You could say that sort of brownish hue to his feet is this taking a, I don't know, whatever, that's for you guys to decide. But the other bit, really nice bit, you can't be poisoned, and you gain resistance to poison and necrotic damage. Necrotic especially is probably something that we're going to be up against with if we're against Sorkath again. So that's nice, really nice to have. And spell-wise, we're going to take Fly. There is some stuff I want in the level 2 spells. But we're going to take Fly, because Fly's good. So level 7, we're up to 2 4th level spells. And we get more invocations. Invocation-wise... Repelling Blast is very good. Because it pushes characters away from you when you hit them with the Eldritch Blast, so you can effectively push them away from allies if allies are in combat and you don't want them and stuff. Quite a lot of manipulation. If you saw our Inner Strength playthrough, you'll have seen Aimless just having so much fun with that. I'm going to go Thirsting Blade because it builds into that warrior side and gives him those 2 attacks that we mentioned earlier. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, Banishment's good. Quite a lot of these are quite good actually. I do like Phantasmal Killer. I want Vampiric Touch as well. Again, the thing is we're not going to be using these all that much. Banishment could be very handy. I'd like Misty Step though. Banishment fits. Level 8, we're going to go with a feat. We've already talked about this. Flawless Constant, no. Powerful Cantrip. So Powerful Cantrip is the one where you basically are going to take damage from any cantrip he throws at you. Eldritch Blast is his main source of damage for range. And we've tricked it out with so much extra stuff. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. We get another spell. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Misty Step. If I need to get him out of combat, bonus action, 6 cubes back, or... Actually, what is it? It is 6 cubes back, so he can just bump, he's out, he's safe, or he can pop off some range shots, or do whatever he needs to do, if the situation gets hairy enough. So that's cool. Level 9 plus 4 to our proficiency. We're now on 2, still only 2, but 5th level spells. Another invocation, and we're on a plus 9 to spell attacks. So he's getting quite good. There's a lot of these that I just don't care about. We're going to take Repelling Blast, because that, again, is one that I think quite crucial. That's level 12. I do like Life Drinker. Life Drinker's down the line. Let's take Repelling Blast. So you see, we tricked him out with Agonizing Blast, which means he adds his Charisma modifier, so plus 5 to damage. Devil's Sight means he can see through everything in a 16 cell radius. Eldritch Spear ignores cover. It also, in D&D proper, increases the range of Eldritch Blast. I don't think we're going to have a range issue in this game, to be honest. Repelling Blast pushes them away 2 cells every time that an Eldritch Blast hits them per turn. You can't hit a target with 3 individual blasts and then move back 6. It is just that locked in. They go back 2 cells. But it's good because it can keep them off balance. It doesn't knock them prone, but it keeps them off balance. It keeps them away from you. And then we've got the Pact of the Blade special. He gets 2 attacks. So he can hold his own a little bit more in combat. With all the bonuses and things. Does that say it? No, it doesn't. Somewhere it's baked into his class that he uses Charisma as his weapons modifier as well, so he's getting plus 5 on that. And then you throw in with a spell like Malediction, which is an extra d6 on damage, and you can see how we're building the damage up on him. Very good. Very good, very fun. 5th level, what are we doing? Now, I took Mind Twist last time. I didn't love it. Contagion I don't really love. Old Monster seems like it could be good. So it paralyzes a creature unless it succeeds a will saving throw. No effect on undead, but it's concentration. Or we could look at something like Dreadful Omen, Phantasmal Killer. I do like Phantasmal Killer. And I do like Hypnotic Touch. And Hypnotic Touch. I'm looking at Hypnotic and Vampiric Touch. Vampiric Touch is melee. So if we need some big damage, because by this point it will be something like 5. It'll be 5 or 6 d6 damage. So it's quite nasty. Let's go with that. The Vanko is finally hit level 10. We've got a cantrip to select and explosive growth. I like this. So once per short rest, and all of his spells, he regains them on a short rest anyway, so we'll be short resting a lot. You can erupt and cause 1d4 damage per level, so 10d4, with piercing damage, push away, doesn't say how far, but you can push away and restrain all creatures surrounding you on a failed dex save. So if you're surrounded, you erupt with this growth, these Groot powers, like you've seen Groot do in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, right? He just has tendrils that come out and just cause havoc. That's the idea. But they also restrain. Enemies restrained in and around you, you're going to be getting advantage against. And again, if he's at the front, he does that. Your other fighters come in. You could clean up pretty quickly with something like this if it sticks. Very nice. Cantrip wise, I might go Chill Touch. The problem is, we're not going to use it that much. Everybody in the party's got dark vision, so I don't need to think about things like sparkle. Shadow Armor's pointless. I don't love Poison Spray, and we've got it on a sorcerer anyway. I think we go Chill Touch. Chill Touch is a bit of fun. It's ranged, but it stops an enemy from healing. Sometimes it might be worth switching to that instead of Eldritch Blast, depending on how much health the enemies have. So it's just another little tool in the toolbox that we can play with. So that's Vanko. I love that they're level 12. I love that he's going to come in at level 12, man. That's insane. Masali, she is just a beast. Absolute beast. And as I said in our little breakdown when we were looking at her on a video, she is going to be primarily an archer. But I'm going to take 2 weapon fighting. Archery's okay. Don't get me wrong, archery is okay. +2 to attack. But it's only +2. And the amount of pluses that I'm sure you've seen that we get at level 12 with our, magical weapons and all the things that are built into the character by that point. I can live without a +2 if there's a better source of damage somewhere. 2 weapon fighting will mean that for both attacks she can add her ability modifier, which the minute is +4 because she's only ever going to use weapons that run off dex, to the second attack. So you've got a +2 there. We've already got a +4, and that's going to go up because that's her main stat, right? Really nice, especially when it's always going to happen. There will be points where she is in combat, not going to be able to get around it. She doesn't have any way of bopping out like Vanko does. She's just going to have to stand there and take it. If she can deal out damage while she's in there, yes please. This one, Goodberry, means you create 10 berries infused with magic. Each one restores a hit point. Doesn't matter, right? Ignore all of that because Goodberry, does it say it? No, it doesn't. But Goodberry works as rations. So straight away she's creating food. We don't need to worry about rations. Frees up so much inventory space. And Hunter's Mark is just obnoxious. It's very similar to Malediction. Does it say how much? It lasts for an hour, so you can pop it on someone and then move it around without burning the spell slot. And you just get additional damage, so it's only ever going to be an extra 1d6. It is Malediction for Hunter. Really good. Really nice. Get that at level 2. Level 3 we select the archetype. I think I've already talked about this one. We also get another spell slot and we get primal awareness, so primeval awareness, sorry. Detects the presence of creatures in the location. That could be good. That could be good. Archetypes. Quite a few different archetypes. Some that are just really good. Hunter is the classic D&D handbook. Pick what you go for, yada yada yada. Swiftblade sounds very good. So if we were going melee, I would go Swiftblade. Speed increases by 2 cells. She's already at 7, as you can see. So we don't really need the speed boost, but it's nice. And you get +2 to AC when you are fighting with 2 weapons. It adds to your survivability. Battle focus and free action, you can enter a heightened state of battle. Extra attack at level 11, so that gives you 3 attacks, very nice. Catchable, extremely hard to pin down. Whenever you take damage you can use a reaction to become invisible. It's nice. We've got Marksman. She's an archer. Marksman works. We'll gain proficiency in Herbalism or Poisonous Kit. It's okay, Herbalism's, well, either one's probably pretty good. What I love, absolutely love, Reaction Shot. When a visible opponent 2 cells or more from you, so at range, attacks you with a ranged weapon or a spell, you can use your reaction to take a shot after the triggering attack. Even if they try and hit you and miss, you can just turn around and it's Legolas. We're turning her into Legolas. I love that. Level 7. Yeah, we will get to level 15 as well, that's cool. So level 7 is Step Back. When you're within melee of a creature, you can use your bonus action to move 1 cell without provoking an attack and gain advantage on your next attack with a ranged weapon. And you craft arrows every time you take a short or long rest. Level 11, Fast Aim. You can use a ranged weapon against an enemy, your bonus action. So again, this is focusing on purely building into that bow fighting style. Good old archery. Use a bonus action to attack the same target, so you can't choose, but attack them again. More actions, more attacks. Building into the focus on the archery there. Really like it. And then at level 15, you attack 3 times whenever you attack on your turn. And we will get to level 15 because the new DLC is up to 16. So there will come a point where she's exceptionally deadly. And I just love that reaction shot thing. I think that's incredible. And I've seen it, I've played with it. It's nasty. You give her a real beefed up bow, like the longbow of lightning or whatever it was called. She's doing D8 plus D10 plus whatever else she's got baked in with Hunter's Mark and all this other stuff. She could be clearing down foes very quickly. So yeah, love that. Absolutely love that. I think for this, we have to take Poisonous Kit. Because we already had Herbalism. Fair enough, we've got both. And spell-wise, we're going to take Cure Wounds because I don't know if you've noticed so far, there isn't a lot of healing in our party. She's a little different with our feats because we rolled so well. Wisdom's big, she's 18. Con's big, she's at 18. Both okay. We'll work on Wisdom later. But Dex is 19, so we only need 1 more point to get her up to the max of 20. And it just so happens there is a feat called Uncanny Accuracy. +1 to Dex, puts her at the maximum of 20, and you ignore 1/2 and 3/4 cover with your ranged attacks. Legolas! Level 5, she gets the proficiency bonus that everybody gets. You get 1 first level, 2 second level spells, +7 on the spells. We're not really going to do much with spells. Another spell to choose from, but she gets the extra attack. So she now has 2 attacks each phase. Or each turn, sorry. Very nice. Oh, do we go sensible? Do we go sensible or do we go narrative? I've never done it before, I've never taken it before. I might go animal friendship. Choose a beast that you can see within the spell's range of 6 cells. The beast must make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed the spell's duration. So, inflicts charmed by animal friendship. The beast will be charmed which takes out the fight. Until it's attacked. Until one of us attacks it. Or we could go pass without a trace, which is basically the party. Makes them stealthier. It doesn't actually say what it does. I think it's advantage on stealth. Which is it's good as well. They're both quite narrative. There's saber-toothed cats in the new DLC in Palace of Ice. We've already seen the artwork. I want one. This is level 1 we built this. This is the big thing about rangers. They have preferred enemies and preferred terrain things. We already took undead. And it just gives you bonuses against them. And a bit of extra damage boost. Oh god, it's tough. So if she... We're definitely having forest. I thought that we'd already picked forest, but we obviously didn't. So we're having forest, which is just travelling in it. It's very narrative. Constructed dragon. Elemental. If she's been... In my head, I've got this whole backstory for her, where she's been with a clan. What has she been fighting out and about? Oh, undead, and maybe monstrosities. Fiends, maybe. Let's go monstrosity. And we're sticking with the old forester. So we've got step back, we've got recycler, very nice. Spell wise, we may as well take pass without a trace then. Now I'm not sure what to do here. Cantrips and magic isn't really a thing for her, so she doesn't need to be looking at doing that. We've got a couple of options. The first one is cloak and dagger, which after you hit an enemy with a light weapon, so we'd be sticking with scimitars or short swords or daggers, but you're not going to use a dagger. She gained +2 to her AC until your next turn. So for the rest of the turn, or we could go ambidextrous. The +1 to dex isn't going to come into effect, sadly. We're going to waste that. But she can do 2-weapon fighting even if one-handed melee weapons aren't light. So she could use long swords. Use long swords or rapiers. Things like that. Probably rapier. Oh, you're stuck with a rapier because we're building in dex. Or we could turn you into our lockpicker. Gain proficiency with thieves' tools, or double your proficiency. Well, it would be proficiency, and you have advantage when using thieves' tools on locks. That's quite nice. We're role playing, and we're going to be coming up against lock chests and things, aren't we? Nobody else is dex built. I do like cloak and dagger though. I do like cloak and dagger. We're going to go lockbreaker. purely to serve the party. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with Lockbreaker this time. I do want to get her wisdom up though. And level 9 plus 4 proficiencies, extra spells. Oh, wind wall. Create a wall of wind that causes damage, pushes enemies and objects away, and disperse fogs and gases. Moves them 10 cubes times 3. Bludgeoning, disperse. But conjure animal. What do we get? Conjure beasts. That could be fun. No. I know how good it is. Gotta be daylight. Daylight basically nullifies bosses. Natural explorer. You are adept at living and travelling in certain terrain. Grassland. Grassland fits the character. And hidden in plain sight, you can spend 1 minute creating camouflage for yourself. This is cool. At once camouflage, you gain plus 10 dex stealth while you're standing against a wall. You have to restart camouflage every time you rest or move to another location. It's cool. Situational, but that's cool. Okay, now into Neberia. Our terrifying sorceress. I genuinely don't know how this leveling up is going to go. But level 2. Spell slots and sorcery points. This is their special class thing. So from level 2 onwards they get a point of sorcery point, sorry. It's a pool of internal power that can be used to alter spells, and they get flexible casting, so allows the conversion of spell slots into sorcery points and vice versa. They're all about, because they're inherently good with magic. They can just do magic, but they're not necessarily trained. So the chaotic side is they can twist and turn spells and merge them with other spells and do all funky things with spells. So that's where the sorcery points are going to come in. You can see what we've got with her. I think we went through this when we created her, hopefully. Produce flame it is actually a D10, which is, it's like Firebolt, which is cool. Because we built her as a lightning dragon, and we get a bonus, at some point as we level up we'll get a bonus to our lightning attacks. It's got to be Thunderwave. Thunderwave is lightning, right? No? No, it isn't. Because it's thunder. Obviously it's thunder. We're having it anyway. If she gets stuck in melee, she can just pop that and push people away. That's cool. At level 3, more spell slots. Infernal Legacy spell slot. And you gain the ability to twist your spells to suit your needs. You gain 2 mega magic options of your choice. This looks a little bit like the Eldritch Invocations. So, these each cost, you can see how much they cost. What do they do? So, Careful Spell. Allied creatures surrounded by the spell automatically succeed their saving throws. Distant Spell. Doubles the range of a spell or change the range of a touch spell to 30 feet. Oh, that's quite nasty. Empowered Spell. All damage dice of 1 or 2 are re-rolled, keeping the new result. That could be good. Extended Spell doubles the duration of spells lasting 1 minute or more to a maximum of 24 hours. That's okay. Twin Spell, if the source spell targets one creature only, this adds another target. Oh. Oh. Oh, that... Oh, that's a... Ooh, that sounds nasty. Subtle Spell. When you cast a spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point to cast it without any somatic or verbal components. This is useful to avoid a counter spell from a hostile caster. Queen spell. You can cast a main action spell with a bonus action instead, though you can't cast another spell that same turn except for cantrips. Interesting. And heightened spell. Force a creature to roll the saving throw with disadvantage. That could be useful. It's expensive though. Twin spells seemed like fun. And I think we got... Ooh, was it quickened? Yeah, let's go quickened. I expect we'll get a couple more of these as we're leveling up to level 10. And spell-wise... Shatters thunder damage. God damn it, where's all my lightning spells? Blur's concentration, right? Blur could be good, because it imposes disadvantage on anybody attacking you. Just adds for a bit of survivability. I'm tempted to take knock. Blindness could be good as well. But we do have colour spray. There's nothing jumping out at me in the level 1 spells. Scorching Ray isn't the worst. Oh, we get Misty Step, very nice. Levitate's garbage, knock could be useful, but we've already built our lock-picking machine. I might go Blur. Yeah, a little bit of survivability. Right, we know what we're doing with this, don't we? Actually... I don't think there is anything that gets charisma up, is there? Not that it's worth having. And charisma is a big thing for you. Do want powerful cantrip though. No, it was flawless concentration, wasn't it? Worried about any of them. Manipulator could be a good one for you. Proficiency in charisma saves. Not already proficient. +1 otherwise. Blessing of the Elements is terrible. It's gonna be flawless concentration. Who are our main spellcaster as well. Cantrip wise, I don't want you in combat as much as possible, but you've got Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp is lightning, I've already checked it. Firebolt could be good, because that doesn't level up. Whereas Firebolt does. Let's take Firebolt. And spell-wise, no new ones. Okay. Tempted to do Hold Person again. Because Vanko isn't going to have many. And again, with flawless concentration, building into all that stuff. Kinda like it. Level 5. +3 on proficiencies. We've got more Infernal Legacy stuff. And more spells. More spells. Spell-wise... Lightning Bolt, or Cone of Lightning. It's ridiculous. It's nuts. It's powerful. If you can line enemies up together, they're gonna eat some damage. So we're definitely having that. I've been looking for spells like that. I also want the Force Lightning one. I can't remember what it's called, but I want that as well. Level 6. Third level spell slot. Elemental Affinity. So when dealing damage that matches your Lightning Draconic Ancestry, add your Charisma modifier on the first target. So we're building into that damage again. And you gain resistance for an hour for a sorcery point. Yeah, we've touched on those before. Haste's a nice one. Already have Daylight on our Hunter. Haste is nice. We have Fly on Vanko. I don't know how many times we're going to need Fly. Fireball is always tempting. Haste at level... What happens at level 4? Oh, you know what? A hasted dwarf is always fun. Level 7. 4th level spell slot. Dominate Beast. Interesting. Just tell me what it does. No, it doesn't. Anything lightning-y here? No. Great Invisibility could be fun. Never got on with Wall of Fire. Ice Storm, maybe. Stone Skin, gain resistance to non-magical. Bludgeoning, slashing and piercing. That might not be terrible. That might not be terrible. I'm still looking at Fireball, and I think Fear as well. Fear's pretty good. Frighten creatures and force them to flee. Fleeing is always nice. Save each turn to cancel, must run away from the source of fear. So they'd have to run away from her. She is quite terrifying. Let's go Fear. Little bit of role playing built into this. I think we have to do the Charisma boost. So we'll have Charisma and we're going to throw in a bit of Dex. No, we're not. We're going to throw in a bit of Con. Gets our health up a little bit, but it builds in nicely. So we're now finally 20 Charisma, we're on +5, which is very good. I don't know how useful it's going to be. Banishment. Banishment is good, and the more people that have it, I know it's overlapping with Vanko to a degree, but she's going to have more spell slots. She's probably going to be the one to do it more often. I like it. Level 9. Proficiency to +4, extra spell stuffs and spell things. Change. What did I press? I don't know. Cone of Cold is fun. Cone of Cold is very fun. 12 cube cone that inflicts massive cold damage. 8d8. Save for half is good. Dimension Door is interesting. Teleports over 12 cubes and you can take an ally. It's Misty Step with a friend. I don't need to give her Fly because at level 14 she's going to sprout wings anyway. I just remembered that. Blight isn't the one that kills them straight away. No, it isn't. Oh, but drains life from a creature causing massive necrotic damage? Yeah, you're having that. Yeah. And level 10, for first 5th level spot, an additional meta magic. Just the one though. Well, that's a shame. So we could go Empowered, which means that 1s and 2s are re-rolled, potentially boosting damage. You know what, with all the spells that we've got, that sounds pretty good. Subtle Magic, it could be good for counterspells, and I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of enemies that counterspell, especially when we're pushing up to level 16. Increases the duration. Thinking in terms of battle, 1 minute is 10 rounds. So it's usually enough. Increases the range. Is good though. That's very good. Our lightning bolt is a 20 cube, not cube, yes, 20 cube range. 40, no, that's too much. Allied creatures affected by the spell automatically succeed their saving throw. I don't understand that. I can't get my head around that. Allied creatures affected by the spell automatically succeed their saving throw. I get it. Oh god, that sounds quite... It's basically trying to turn friendly fire off. They're still going to take damage, but they save their... No, that takes the fun out of it. Oh, but saving throw for the amount of stuff that we have that needs a saving throw at disadvantage is cruel, but it seems it's expensive, but it's very good. But the thing that's getting me, I'm so tempted by heightened spell. The thing that's getting me is empowered spell, because the amount of times that you'll see them cast a spell with 10 dice and there's 6 1s or 2s in there. I think we have to go with empowered and just hope that we get another meta magic for the disadvantage one. That seems like quite a high level thing to take anyway. Cantrip. I don't really rate Annoying Bee. Dazzle is a melee hit, so I don't want you in melee. Shadow Dagger was 1d8 psychic damage. There's better options, but actually, don't love poison spray. Although it's a D12. Yes, they get a save, but it's a D12. Range 2, so when they're close. Acid Splash is the one I don't like. Oh, go on, it's a bit of fun. Tempted to take Cone of Cold. But in a Palace of Ice, are we going to be up against enemies that are used to cold? Confusion's okay. Stone Skin tempts me as well. Slow could be fun. So slow basically imposes them with slowed. -2 AC and on deck saves. Max 1 action or bonus action, no reaction. Max 1 attack per turn. Spellcasting can fail. Slows and impairs the actions of up to 6 creatures. And it's concentration. We're okay with concentration because we've got our saves and things in place. I think slow might be a good shout, you know. And we're ready. We're finally there. Everybody's level 10 except Colgar, who is... He's going to be hitting level 16 before everybody else, which is probably good for him because the amount of ones he rolls, he needs some sort of advantage. I think it's time to finally jump in the Palace of Ice.
Previously, in Crown of the Magister.
Once sworn in, you will carry the authority of the council wherever you go.
I swear.
I'm not going to skip this, although the characters are wrong.
Her Royal Highness has a busy schedule.
We're going to play through this
They were
though.
Sorax, our attackers. Not scavengers, not bandits. Sorax.
Bring us the head of a Sorak for the whole council to see.
We did.
They didn't die easily. They bleed just like we do.
What's going on there?
There's something else.
A crown?
This is indeed the crown of the Magister, belonging to Casenax, eternal soul of the 8 traditions.
Adrastea, the prudent shield, master
I
of
wonder if we'll get dragons
adjuration,
in this one.
in your debt and at your service. I feel your spirit in the crown, Casenax.
The Magister is still in the crown?
I don't know if I'd have given it to
We're not at
Franco.
war yet.
But Gallivant's massing troops at the border.
Bad news really does travel fast.
The
Well,
city's
there was gonna be a
Imperial
war,
Gate.
wasn't there?
They're here.
They're trying to get away with the crown.
Where's Owen Merton?
The princess?
He was there too.
The
I feel
crown
like
needs
that was
you.
only a few hours
I
ago.
felt it from the beginning. Casenax's spirit calls for you to save him from the darkness. When you are ready, step onto the gate and fulfill your destiny.
I go with his level 1 spear.
I was right about you. I must go now. Take care of Solasta. Take care of your world.
With the rift closed, Sotar, the Sorak god, still on Timar, and his hordes of minions were no longer a threat. The heroes were celebrated throughout the Principality of Masgarth and beyond. The Council of Caercyflan named them Heroes of Solasta. I hope we got a ceremony and a parade and medals, lots of medals. And the crown. Where did the crown go? The heroes of the Rift are on their way to Anirim. They have been invited by Marshal Sunblaze, who seemed particularly worried in a letter he sent them. The one last night on the road, they woke up less than a day's walk from their destination.
Morning, everyone. So, here we are. Just a few more hours and we'll be able to sleep in a bed.
Well, the Inarium is basically a church, not a hostel. I don't think
Sounds
Beric
rough.
Sunblaze and his paladins sleep on the ground, though.
Come on, pack your stuff. Let's not linger. I still don't understand why we're not in Galavan, looking for what's left of the Sorax. Marshal Sunblaze is obsessed with them. I'm pretty sure he wants to tell us about them.
We'll know what he wants soon enough.
All right, gather your stuff. Not sure which one is mine. I'll pick one at random.
Hey, nobody touches my underwear.
No chance of that.
Someone has leveled up past 10. Right, let's have a little look. What have we got? So you have the Sigil Ring of Abjuration. Yes. Yeah. Right, okay, we'll come to him last. I may have done a thing. Right, Vanko obviously has nothing. You're never going to use a crossbow, boy. You've got Eldritch Blast. The Sigil. +1 to saving throws. +1 AC. Dispel magic once per day. That's not bad for you, actually. You can have that. We need to get you some medium armor. We already know that. We should already know this. Crafting wise, how are we looking? Do we still have all of our recipes? I don't think we have all of them. Oh, Stoneblade Lightning Axe. You're getting a glimpse of the things that I've brought with me. Somebody's getting that as well, I think. Right, so we do actually have quite a lot of stuff that we can craft. Masali, you sadly do not have anything fancy. Put a bow on, love. And neither does Naveria. But that will all change when we look at the gloriousness of Kolkar's inventory.